Welcome back to another episode of the AM-bition podcast. I'm here with my co-host Ace, and yep, that's his name. That's an intro. And today we're going to be talking about specifically New Zealand politics. Go, Ace. That's right. It's very controversial, Ace. I don't know if we should go that far. I mean, I mistranslated that last line. Could you say that again? God, Ace, that's a racial slur. We don't say that on this podcast. Okay, we've talked about resorting to your raptor screams. This is not how you talk on a podcast. The audience can't understand you right now. We're supposed to be talking about New Zealand politics. Okay, fine. I'll let you lead the discussion.
All right, guys. So let's get into this next topic. Dogs, and why do people want to fuck them?
God, why is that a thing? Why is that a thing? I know what you're talking about. There's like some lady on Twitter.
Yeah.
And wait, I swear we might have deleted this episode, but we talked about how this person goes on Twitter and advocates for like
fucking dogs and shit like that.
Yeah. And it's like really the animal can't. There's no way the animal will be able to consent and verbally consent to that. And also, what?
Yeah, like.
That like,
I'm about to actually fucking hurl. I fucking. Alright, what about this politics in New Zealand type?
Oh, that was just a bit. Like, I don't follow politics of New Zealand. That's so right. I don't even follow politics of my own country that much. I don't really watch the news except for like, hey guys, it's gonna be hot out, so don't wear a sweater. Back to you, Jim. Yeah, like basically that's all I really watch the news for, because I get too frustrated when I watch the news, I've noticed, and it's just not. It puts me in a bad mental space.
Regular gamers get mad at shit like crappy mechanics and shit like that. You're over here getting mad at politics. We just cut a part out because somebody doesn't have a private space that they can record in. Jesus, this is why we need to fire you. This is gonna be my podcast only.
Well, considering our Twitter, don't know if that's really a hopeful image there.
Yeah, no, the Twitter is dead. The only reason I ever thought of it, it was cool for a while. It was, but tweeting every 2 minutes. It's kind of, maybe I'll just go back and tweet once a day. That's fine.
Maybe.
That's epic. Mm-hmm.
Well,
I can. What you want to speak over me again? Huh? Come on. Let's go. Say what you had to say. It's obviously more important than what I had to say, of course.
Well, just saying for the people listening that we got our stuff in other places like Discord. So check that out. We got Ko-Fi. Check that out.
Ko-Fi. We haven't.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug, indeed.
Shameless plug. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Let's shift away. Anyway, of course. Let's shift away from politics and talk about bookmarks. So fun. No,
I never get informed before you do these things. You're just like, okay, I have a cool idea. Let's go. In any sense, what? No, go ahead. I want to see how this turns
I was
out.
kidding with the bookmarks. No, I mean like what I really wanted to talk about was Tesla. And what do you think about Tesla?
Oog. That's what I think about him. All right, I'm not a person who's like, I like fancy cars. I'm gonna buy a fancy sports car. The only thing I'll ever get, like, the only kind of sort of fancy thing I ever want to do with a car is probably like buy an old one that's like fucking cheap as shit and then fix it up myself. That's all I ever want to do with a car, because I'm not a very fancy car person. I went to a restaurant in my city, and uh, there was this guy with his fucking sports car, and he just revved it up, and it was so fucking loud. And the people in their car behind him looked so displeased. Like they obviously work a 9 to 5. They're just trying to get to work and earn some money to take care of their family.
This
And
guy
you're
thinks
over
he's
here
so
being an
cool.
asshole, revving your engine for these poor people.
He
I'm
thinks he's
sorry.
so
I'm passionate
cool.
about that.
Yeah, people. My pet peeve is when people who have like normal trucks have like
Like the
really,
giant
yeah,
fucking horns
yeah.
installed into
No, no,
them.
no, no. Like the monster truck tires installed on a regular
Oh
truck,
shit.
and they're like revving their engine with like the LEDs under their car. I'm like, okay, dude, calm down.
Did you know
Um,
those LEDs under your car are actually illegal in Georgia?
it's amazing.
Yeah, because they're like a huge distraction, so they're illegal here. It's kind
Interesting.
of funny.
Wait, what was it? Okay, there was a point to that. Okay, so the reason I ask about Tesla is because recently I saw a documentary on like green energy, eco-friendly ways to like solve the energy crisis, and there's a lot of real ways to develop sustainable energy that isn't like slowly depleting our natural resources, and it's possible. It's very possible, and it produces no waste into the atmosphere, no carbon emissions. But the problem is, the equipment needed, and like the assembly of this equipment to make the green energy and the efficient energy is very expensive compared to natural gas. And of course, companies want to make the most money they can and make the most profit, so they don't really care about making eco-friendly ways of power or ways of powering appliances and cars and stuff like that. So they just go with what they know, simply because it won't make them a profit if they try to go more green. But of course, Tesla's company, the cars that Elon Musk produces, the factories produce, are expensive, but I believe most of them are eco-friendly. I'm not an expert on how
Yeah, they are.
they're eco-friendly, yeah. And for a small percentage of people, that can afford a Tesla, it's good for the environment. But that harkens back to like, this way of producing, eco-friendly energy in all the, machines we use on a day-to-day basis. It's expensive, and people aren't willing to, pay that extra couple $1,000 to, well, that's probably not right, but to make that a part of our lives, make that a normal thing, and do something good for the environment. They're not willing to, because it won't make them a profit. And I feel like if we make that a standard, make that a standard set in like United States or anywhere really, that would be the solution. But of course, no one wants to do that. And this like win all super ultra mega awesome way of making efficient green power has existed since like 2011. There's several different ways to make like batteries that are sustainable. I'm not an expert, so I'm not going to pretend that I can explain this, but and ways to actually, there's technology that's been developed that replicates the system of photosynthesis in plants, how it
Yes.
retains
Technology, science.
yeah, yeah.
I'm understanding.
Yes, 1010. But no, it's fascinating. That documentary was really fascinating, and it just kind of stinks that companies aren't willing to make that jump, and so that's why we're kind of stuck in that loop.
We need money. Look, all right, Chief, I'm gonna be real with you. I ride my bike to and from work every day. This isn't like no moped or some shit like that. It is a worn down, torn up bike. I go home, I hop off the bus, and the first thing I do is I have to get off my ass, get up on my bike, and then ride to work. To be fair, it's like 2 miles away, but it's still not that bad. My parents, they don't even want me to go anywhere near their cars because they're so paranoid of me like getting in it and then wrecking it that it's just like they try to keep the keys far away from me. But I'm a good Christian boy and would never defy my parents. So
Hey, you're doing your part, you know.
I'm doing my part.
America wants you to do your part so the big companies don't have to. Sponsored by every natural gas company ever. Basically. But yeah. Green energy, it's a mantra repeated over and over with like every class, every generation of people who attend school, but is it really changing? The technology is being developed. Yes, it's very much being developed. Is it being implemented into society? Not that much.
Not at all.
Not at all.
No, no, it's not. It's not that much. It's just not being implemented at all.
Yeah.
It's being like, you have an hourglass, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like taking 1 grain of sand per every 25 years, and that's how eco-friendly items are being produced into society. It's 1 grain of sand, and it's barely affecting anything, but
yeah,
we'll get there one day.
One day. And
One day.
people who kind of shoulder off the whole, hey, the world pollution is getting pretty bad, dude, you might want to fix this. People who shoulder off that argument by saying, it'll be my children's problem, my children. Basically, my descendants' problem, not mine, or my grandchildren's problem.
It'll be everyone's problem, because this planet is fucking... Have you already seen some of, like, more of the things that are happening? We're getting, like, way bigger fucking storms and shit like that now because of all these, like, greenhouse gases and shit like that.
Also, there's really in, like, the southern and even the northern part of the United States and most of North America, it's no longer summer, spring, winter, fall. It's summer, day of spring. The spring and fall are disappearing. They're becoming smaller. That period of time where the temperatures are just in between. It's going away. It went from like 90, no joke, 2 weeks ago it was 90 degrees outside, and now it's like 30 degrees every day and rainy. And where is this period of time going? Like, where's the season going? And people constantly say, oh, global warming doesn't exist. I'm like, well, you're literally living through the proof every single year.
Yeah, people are fucking dumb. Like, actually, okay? I just don't understand it sometimes. If you have a means to save yourself and literally 1 billion other people, why not do it? Yeah. Just do it, get it over with, so later your kids, the people that you are trying to protect, don't have to suffer through the consequences of what boomers are doing to this society. I am bringing it back, people. Boomers are the problem for everything.
Well, yeah. Well,
child labor. Actually, no, not really. That was more. Let's see.
That's more of like the previous.
Yeah, that was like the previous generation of baby boomers.
Yeah. Well, and again, guys, when we speak of like a generation, we don't necessarily mean everyone. We mean the worst extent of every generation. That's most people who are being satirical against like a generation. They don't mean like you. They mean just the worst extent. That's what like people poke fun at something. It's always the worst extent. But like people, that's actually a pretty interesting thought. I actually talked about this in my literature class today. About how most people see any political activists or any political movement, people who usually have any like beef with it, even if they agree with the concept or the base concept, usually make fun or they don't take seriously people who are involved in some sort of movement, like maybe feminism, because the media blasts the worst extent of that ideology, or maybe from a certain group or a certain racial group or a certain religion, they'll always blast on full volume on the news the worst extent of one group, and like it kind of dooms that stereotype of whatever intergroup here, to be, hated, even with people who agree with the base concept. And so that's kind of like the oopsie of the media.
Yeah, another thing about the media. Look, we're slowly doing like a full circle here to where we started off with politics and media, and now we're just doing a full like 180 and going right back to media. All right, but this is something I wanted to talk about from the beginning of the podcast. I saw this article, right? It was, if can men be raped? All right? And I have very personal strong feelings about this. First of all, what the fuck do you mean? Rape isn't just one like gender one gender type of deal. It's a full of extent. It's oh my god, it's the full spectrum, all right? Anyone can be. All right? It's a fucking horrible thing, and it shouldn't happen to anyone. And it's very wrong that I have to say this.
Yeah.
Because don't give yourself credit, all right? Like, don't give yourself pity points. If you catch what I'm saying, like social justice and all that. Oh, men can't be raped. We're the only ones that can be. Why would you advocate for that? Why? It doesn't make any sense.
And like, okay, to clarify, like, this is what I mean by like the worst extent. And in some cases, some people who are actually fully believe in the worst extent of their belief system are sincere about these like hateful messages they kind of spin. And like, okay, I did not expect it to get this deep, but let's go. Here we go, boys.
We're jumping into the rabbit hole.
But think about situation of like, okay, this is not real life, but I don't have any real life examples, but this is based off real life. So Law and Order?
Yes.
There's like a Law and Order Special Victims Unit. I watch that show sometimes. There are so many there's so many cases where, like, in one situation it was a music school academy, where boys and girls would go to this school after. It was more of like just kind of like a private building that like taught music, and it was just one old guy. And yeah, that I'm not gonna go any further, but basically, there was camera footage of this old guy being not so
creepy, old guy
being very creepy with some of the students, and some of these students were boys, and this is based off cases that have actually happened. So to say that one gender cannot be sexually assaulted or messed with or bothered or abused is to say that they're not human, because everybody possesses anatomy, and therefore everyone's anatomy can be abused. So
yeah, all right, what I'm saying is it's basically one thing, like one assault or something like that. All of the assaults, all of the punishments, anything, all of these terrible things can happen to anyone and everyone, all right?
Yeah.
I'm going to leave it at that. I'm being it's a bit vague around some areas, but
yeah, don't want to get in too deep because we don't want
to continue this for the entire podcast. You guys will get bored. Our watch time is already, like, you guys have probably clicked off right about now, but if you're still here,
thank you.
Awesome.
Let's see. But yeah. Oh, I had a really, really important question that definitely we should transition with from this really super deep topic.
Is the question, what do you think about the new Sonic design?
Actually, no, but I was thinking about that today. Well, actually, we can go to that next, but first of all, Ace, just wanted to ask, how's No Nut November going?
I enact my rights as a human.
I plead the fifth.
And I plead the fifth.
There we go. All right.
I'm not allowed to speak without my lawyer present. So I'm gonna leave it there.
Oh, okay. 1 second. Gotta write some notes down. Hire a lawyer. Okay, that's on the to-do list. Anyway, yeah, Sonic design. I gotta say, I really love it. I like that I went to the more almost realistic but cartoony, origin of Sonic, the original Sonic, from like the lemur like separated eyes, fuzzy.
Hold on, let me pull up a before and after picture of the new Sonic design.
But no hate on the movie, because I genuinely
I think it's gonna be good.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
In exception to the design, the original design, not the new design. New design, perfect.
But the movie was going to be good no matter what.
Yeah, it looks like a fun little fun movie, and the voice actor, he's been in a lot of things I've seen. He voices one of the characters in the reboot of DuckTales. I think he's in Parks and Rec. I'm not sure, but he's a really great voice actor, and they actually Game Grumps actually had him as a guest on one of their episodes.
Of course you would know that, you fucking loser.
Anyway, yeah.
I'm gonna ignore that piece of bullying. Anyway.
that ounce.
Let's see. This week has been a pretty good week. I like it because... were you just about to say for No Nut November? I feel like it.
Just maybe.
Is that a personal attack or something?
No, continue. Please continue.
All right. Yeah, okay. I think it's been a good week for animation. You got the Scooby-Doo little thingy mabooper. You got the
That's the official title, actually.
The animated Scooby-Doo movie. I think it's a movie, or is it a series? I forgot. But,
it's a movie.
Oh, okay, cool. They got the new SpongeBob movie with Keanu Reeves.
Are you serious? Are you being serious now?
It's got Keanu Reeves in it. Here, let me send you a...
John Wick is coming to SpongeBob. Confirmed.
Yeah, it's been a... Yeah, no, he's a part of the lore now. He appears in a hay barrel, or a hay bale.
Is it John Wick 4, The Massacre in Bikini Bottom?
Yeah. Kills Gary.
Patrick, you stepped on my pet ant.
It looks dumb. Great. Go to the messages. Sorry, This is a bit unprofessional, but this is great.
Are you freaking serious? He's just in a tumbleweed.
Hold on, I have a better zoomed in picture of him. All right.
You guys can search this up on Google. Don't worry. But it has been a good week for animation, I would think.
It has.
What is going on? What is, so 1 second. Oh my, yeah, that's definitely John Wick in a tumbleweed.
You can tell he's in like regular clothes as well. He's not clothes, not clothes. He's in regular clothes as well. They just asked him randomly out of the blue, like, "Hey, can you get in front of this green screen so we can put you in a tumbleweed?" And He was the nicest man on the universe. Was just like, "Hell yeah, why not?"
I've heard he's pretty nice. Okay, so I saw a really funny meme. Well, not funny. It's just really like haha meme. And it shows a picture of like the Joker, and then it shows a picture of John Wick. And it says the media saying, Joker is bad, it promotes gun violence. And then it says also the media, yay, John Wick 3.
How fucking dare you? How dare you? I hate it. I hate you. I hate every one of you who puts my dad down like that. That is unfair to him. and you should be put in gulag.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm. I like how we have this part in every podcast where we don't know what to say, so we're just silent until something appears in one of our two fucking retarded ass brains.
Oh, quick shout out to Matt or F3A3. I think that's his pseudonym. Really, really talented dude. Really great at making music online digitally, and he was the guy who made Asteroid, the song we uploaded a couple weeks ago, really.
Yeah.
Great guy. Very talented. Thank you, Matt, for making that. That was awesome. I enjoyed listening to it. Probably gonna have to end the podcast here, but I wanted to say that because it's been a while, and I've thanked him in private, but I just want to do a public thank you. So it was awesome. Oh, great. Guys, Ace needs to take his medication, so we'll be right back. No, we gotta go.
I want to drink my lava lamb.
We left his medication in the car, so
lava lamb.
Ace, Ace, here, Ace, hold your rattle. Think about the rattle. Calm down. Okay. Hey, be careful. That's a brand new monitor. It's a brand new monitor. Okay. Guys, thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.